Good morning, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, man? Good morning, guys. Hello, hello. What other names? Good morning, Levi. Good morning, Agro. And good morning, Fabio. Barcode trading day? Yeah. There's definitely some ugly PA. Yeah, I mean, we're expecting the liquidity to be pretty low today, right? Do I trade bank holiday or just tape reading today? Honestly, I might try to just get like 150 on this express and then get like 200 on my other Tradeify accounts just so I have like a profitable day, but that's only if we see something that we want to take. How long? So like 17 minutes to market open. Like, I do want to short this. You know, price is definitely weakening. So that's just kind of what I'm looking at. But you know, if you get like a good reaction off the bottom of this range that's been forming, that might happen. We might get some sort of, like, this is a pretty tight range, so you know, we might get a little fake out here either which way. You know, it could do that too, but that's pretty much all I'm trying to catch, is just kind of the initial move. Hey Alan, good morning. Yeah, dude, they I don't know if you guys watched the stream yesterday, but we had to make like extra yesterday. So now this account's like way past consistency. So 1400. So if I wanted to pass consistency, I would need to make 2400 on this account. But I sent in a request to support. They're gonna take a look at it. This was yesterday's PA, right? Oh yeah. Caught some good moves yesterday. we like caught this, but I got stopped out for a pretty big L here actually. I didn't move break even, and then we had caught this yesterday. However long you held this, I think I held mine till here, but then top step went down, which was unfortunate. And then, oh yeah, we caught this long here, right here. To wherever the high was. I think the high was like up here. We caught this long yesterday too. And then we stopped trading after that. Yeah, this is some rug pulling right here with like, what is this? Imagine getting rug pulled on Nasdaq. That's crazy. A 65-point drop in less than a minute. Yeah, look how low the liquidity is. It's not really tradable. Do you have any interview with prop firms? No, I don't. On the bright side, Top Step, they said they process payouts even on holidays, so hopefully I'm getting a payout from this account sometime soon. Let me check up on the status. Yeah, it says everything's done. The funds just haven't been sent. So hopefully that gets sent today. That'd be cool. A little Thanksgiving present. You guys have Thanksgiving plans? Oh shoot. Sorry, I'm shaking my leg. It's okay. The whole thing's shaking. Try to make this up. There we go. Do I trade on my personal account? No, I'm only trading prop firms right now. Let me show you guys my trading view chart, because this has more indicators. We're just kind of squeezing between the 10 and 20. You can see how we're literally just rejected off the 20-day moving average right now. Yeah, if you guys don't use these averages, I would definitely use this. I liked these averages when I was trading Forex, but these averages actually work really well on the Nasdaq. So this is just good for like medium term trend. I use the 10 and 20 for like the medium term trend. Like it helps you catch like a lot of this. Like look at this. You get the cross. Go to the 4 hour. It's a little cleaner. Hold on. Yeah, you get the cross here, and then you know, you see a pretty big push up. You get a little chop here, but yeah, we just have to cross the other way. So is prop firm better than your personal account? I would say that depends. I do think prop firms are better for beginners. You know, it gives you a lot of chances. Like, it allows you to make a lot of mistakes. Like, yes, the prop firms are going to profit off of you, but I think like the rules that the prop firms like have are, it's beneficial for both you and the prop firm, in my opinion. Except for consistency. I think consistency is probably the worst thing you can have. So yeah, exactly. If you don't have just like $100,000 sitting around that you can lose, then definitely prop firm is the much better choice. But like if you know, decently know how to trade and you just have like 100 grand lying around, then obviously that's your way to go, right? But yeah, I'm expecting this to drop. But we'll see. Market opens in 8 minutes. I don't think we'll get a lot of movement. So I think the 28th, I think we took a look at this before. So 28th of 2024 was last Thanksgiving. Let me go on the 1 minute chart. Oh, okay. I don't have enough data on this. Okay, hold on. I think you can see it on this chart. Let's go to the 5 minute chart and then check out the 28th, 2024. Oh, nice. Hold on, let's see. I think Topstep got back to me about my account. Good morning, Manu. Yeah, no, 100% I agree. Paper trading is definitely the way to go. All right, so this was last Thanksgiving. This is market open. So let's see. Went up like 30 points, and then when did the market close? Right here. Market open about 3 hours, right? Yeah, that's a little bit of volatility. Like a 30-point range. It's not great, but yeah. It's honestly pretty similar to the position we're in. We are like 30 points. Are we like 30 points? Let's see, how many points are we? No, we're like 136 points away, but just look at this. Like, it just comes up to tap this base, kind of test it, and it comes down right on market open. So yeah, we get a little bit of movement on Thanksgiving. So could be tradable. We'll see. Hey man, happy Thanksgiving. Support said that they're just looking into it with another level 2 team member, so. Hey Brian, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I can't get it on the top step chart, but we were just talking about it earlier. I want to make this green actually. It's coming through like this. So we're stuck right underneath the 20-day moving average, which just looks like this. We're not too far from these bases. We already cleared that liquidity. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say we're going down, to be honest. Maybe we get this. We'll see what we get, but I'm not expecting a lot of movement. We're talking about how price is weakening, so I don't know if we'll have the volume to have that volatility to move, have it move like this. So I'm more inclined to think that we will just kind of, market's just going to slowly bend over like this. Nice. They passed my account. Let's go, guys. Bro, let me get this off real quick. Oh, what the heck? Why do I have two open? All right. Well, on the bright side, they passed my combine from yesterday. That was over consistency. I chatted with them through the little help thing on their website, the chat support. I mean, they're pretty quick to help. I mean, I did put in the ticket yesterday, but as soon as they got back to me today, they just fixed it in like less than 10 minutes. So, all right, well, market open. Let's see what we got. So we got a little push up, but I'm more inclined to short that. Yeah, price is gonna move real slow because of Thanksgiving. There's just no volatility. It's low liquidity. Yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend like using your regular strategies. You know what I mean? Like, I think today we honestly give it like some time to see what it's doing. Just say like it wants to go down, right? I want to see it clearly want to go down, and I'm just gonna eat like a little bit of the move. One second, let me check something. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I had to deal with something real quick. Good morning, Mango. Would have been up like 5 points if you shorted this. Ooh, 70 viewers? Guys, we're peaking. Let's go. This is the most viewers we've had. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. So yeah, we're still, I'm still under the same bias where, you know, I just kind of want to see price slowly keel over, because I don't think we have the volume to really, you know, create a move like that, like you'll see in on a regular day. So kind of once we get that confirmation, let's see, what would our targets be? Let's see what we got here. We got some lows. I don't think we move a lot, so I would be targeting these. Yeah, if we're on our way down, I'll be targeting Definitely these. So once we break this, I'll probably look for a short off the break. I probably won't set my stop too much higher above the break. We'll see what market structure looks like, but I just honestly want to eat like a little bit of this move or this move, because I'm just trying to get a little bit of profit on the accounts for setting a profitable day. But other than that, I'm not really interested in really catching a big move today. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we expected, right? To just kind of get rejected off this. Let me know if the music's too loud, okay? Have I taken any trades today? No. I was really tempted to short this, but I didn't. Probably should have. We would have been up like 15 points already. That would have been it for the day. But I think we just wait for some confirmation here. I want to see us break this. Good morning. Doing good. How are you? Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Absolutely blessed to be able to do this on Thanksgiving, and then just go spend some time with family, right? Yeah, I'm expecting tomorrow to be pretty slow too, but definitely not as slow as today. Like, I think we'll get some movement tomorrow, but I think for today, we just kind of slowly see what the market gives us. So let's see if we got this. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Joseph. Yeah, I'm in the U.S. But honestly, even if you're not in the U.S., it's just a day to be thankful, right? Just kind of celebrate what you have. I think definitely when you get into trading, you can start getting really greedy. So I think it's just a good trait to have, and to be just thankful for what you got, you know. So we're on the 5 minute here. I actually want to go to a lower time frame. I want to see what this looks like on the 1. I like that on the 15. All right, the 1 closed below. I'm gonna look for a short here. But I only want to go in one contract really. I'm gonna set my stop above this 1 minute high. I'm gonna target this low. I do want the 5 minute to close below, but you know, if it doesn't, then it's whatever. We'll try to grab this, but honestly, once we pass like 150, 160, I'm probably just gonna set my stop break even. If we get this, that is. We're seeing kind of a retracement here. So maybe I should have waited for a better entry. We don't really have that volume for that follow through, right? So I should have at least waited for this retracement on this base. Let's see. Price is moving slow, so this might either tap me out or just keep me in the drawdown for a while. Dang, I should have taken the opposite trade. Would have been done for the day. Feels bad. Rejection on the PM low. Yeah, honestly, we are at range lows. But I was just expecting price to be a little weak here. Coming in like that. Let's check the volume. Yeah, we got a little bit of volume coming in. Comparatively, it's probably not a lot, but let's see. I still like this. I don't know what the distribution pattern is called, but once you have drops and you grind down, right? You get another drop, you're gonna move up, and then you'll continue grinding down. Yeah, I learned this a while ago, but I forgot the name of this this pattern. With that said, if this does break, you know, it does break structure, it usually ends up being extremely bullish. So that's on a normal day. We'll see. We'll see what we get today. This is what we want to see. So you have an overnight long trade where the stop loss is where my target is. Oh no, dude. Well, that's trading, right? It's a zero-sum game, so. Gasper said, do I invest in crypto also? I do have a crypto portfolio. It's not as substantial as I wanted it to be, but I do buy some crypto. I'll buy Bitcoin under 60K, ideally under like 48K. That's what I want, so. I want to see this trap longs. But I mean, I'm really not liking that PA too much. But I'm probably just gonna hold on to this. I'll just take the L if it hits my stop. I don't really want to move it around too much. Range day, yeah, possibly range day. We are at range lows. I'm kind of wanting this to break break down its range lows, and ideally hit this TP, but honestly I'm just looking for 150 in profit. So you know, I should have taken the opposite trade on my Tradify account. I don't know why I didn't do that. That would have been pretty goated. Let me log in. I'm not even logged into my Tradify. It's an NQ holiday? Yeah. That's why we're not really expecting much today. Yeah, we're not expecting much. We're stuck on the 20-day moving average, which looks like that. I can't really show you guys on the top step chart, but this is kind of what the 20-day moving average looks like. And I'm just expecting us not to break it today, just because we don't have the volume to. So honestly, I just want to see this slowly keel over like this, and maybe we get like a 20-30 point move today, like 30 points. And I just want to catch a little bit of it if I can. If we are coming down here, I just want to catch a little bit because I'm just trying to get a profitable day on the account. So if I can net like 150, I'll be pretty happy. So let's go to the 15-second chart. Yeah, this is the type of PA that we want. Like I said, I forgot the name of this distribution, but this is a distribution pattern that I do like to trade. Yeah. Dang, 106 viewers, guys. That's the most viewers we've ever had. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's see if we can get a quick dub today. We are kind of in the drawdown here, but hoping this slowly falls over. You like the calm music? Thanks, man. I can show you. I just typed in lo-fi hip hop and non-copyright because we're streaming on YouTube. So this is Stomp's playlist. This is usually the one I use when we're streaming. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Mingo. Appreciate it. You too. Hopefully we can get this dub and go spend some time with the family. I'm a hidden gem, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this took me a long time to learn. There's a lot of pain and suffering, right? I think as a trader you go through a lot, but I guess this is my way of giving back. What about all the equal highs and sell side liquidity? Yeah, I am looking at all this liquidity, but in my opinion, I just didn't think we'd have the volume to, you know, make a move like that. Because even just doing that, it's like a 50-point move. If you want to take all the highs, it's like a 68, 70-point move. I just didn't think we were gonna get that today, just because it's a bank holiday. So I'm just expecting a weakness in the market, and just kind of this is a distribution pattern I'm looking at. So yeah, pretty much like if I'm trading this pattern, right, I just want my stop above this, and you know, my trade looks like that, right? According to the pattern. But Got in a little late here though. I was expecting this to just kind of break through after we close below it on the 1 minute, but I think I should have waited for the 5 minute to break it. That probably would have given me a lot more clarity. But oh well, here we are. Will I be streaming tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Kind of the same thing. Short stream. Probably try to net another 150 tomorrow. Main thing is risk management. Yeah, 100%. There's 3 key pillars to trading. So 3 key pillars to trading. Risk management, number 1. Number 2 is your methodology. Number 3 is your psychology. You know, I'm gonna rate non-optional. Pillars to trade. These are absolutely non-optional. Oh, nice. Sorry, we're getting that PA we're looking for. But yeah, if you guys really want to be successful at trading, you have to work on these. Like, these are absolutely non-optional. If you're missing any one of these, like, you can't trade successfully in the long run. And this is all in the long run, right? Because if you have no risk management, you know, you can net a big win, you know, and you think you're successful, but you can just go and lose it all. So in the long run, if you want to be successful, these are your 3 pillars. And I'm a pretty firm believer that, you know, you need patience, you need discipline, you need all these qualities to be a good trader. And if you don't work on those qualities outside of your trading life, then, you know, your trading life is just going to be a lot harder. So yeah, I would definitely, you know, really focus on that. And if you're having trouble with risk management, I would just set like, you know, hey, I'm gonna take 5 trades today. I'll risk $100 no matter what, and then if I have 500, I'll stop for the day. That's good risk management. That's good discipline. I would say I don't really have that. I'm still working on that. I try my best on that, but there are days that you tilt, right? Yeah, I mean, we're all human. We try our best. You're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have really good days, but I would definitely just focus on these 3. Your methodology that just comes from you back testing your strategy. Your psychology just comes from honestly knowing yourself, in my opinion. Like, if you know that you're not a disciplined person, then, you know, you just gotta work on it, right? What is your main strategy? I trade a lot of market structure. I would just say, in simple terms, I trade market structure. I trade price action. I like to just map out like key levels, which I call, well, I don't really call them. They're not just price bases. Like prices I get tested a lot, right? Like this range low is getting tested a lot. I would consider that a price base. There are certain price bases I look for that I think are a little bit more confluent than others, and that just comes from market experience. Yeah, and I like to set up trades based on market structure and momentum. I'll trade distribution patterns such as like head and shoulders, you know, bull flags, bear flags, but they kind of have to align with the price levels I'm interested in. Yeah, I got a lot of views today, man. 123 watching now. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'm extremely humbled. This is so cool. I don't know if you guys know, I originally started streaming this week on Monday because someone on Instagram just asked me like, hey, like, do you stream? And I said, I told him I didn't, but he's like, could you? And I was like, sure, I'll stream for you. And kind of, I just want, like, I was looking to just show him, this one single guy, you know, a little bit of my strategy, but we have more than 100 viewers. Let's go. Then people are seeing his piano and realizing he's not a guru. That's funny. Yeah. I would say that I don't know. There's a lot of trading gurus on YouTube, right? But I think some of them are actually pretty decent. Like, what's his name? I think like BPC Trades. I think he's pretty good. He's really good at reading price action. I love his stuff. I really like his content. Who else is there? There's definitely not many, I'll be honest. But that's just trading, right? Trading has less than a 1% success rate, so. Yeah, have a good one, amigo. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Do I apply dynamic sizing in your trading, or is it more discretionary? So I do come from trading Forex, and when I was trading Forex, I always risked a percentage of my account, right? So, you know, if it was a S plus setup or A plus setup, I'd risk like 1 to 2%. If it wasn't A plus setup, I would risk like 0.5. If I'm losing a lot, I'll risk like 0.5, 0.25% of my account. But it's really hard to do that, especially when you're trading minis. So on Project X, I just set it to risking 500 initially. So I risked like 500 initially on every trade, but I will always move my stop down to the nearest market structure. So like, for example, this one, I think, so our stop was like up here, but I moved it down to the previous low, which brings our stop down to like 250. Yeah, I'm not a guru. I'm just trading live on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not here to sell you guys anything. Yeah, no courses. Sorry, guys. I think if anything, we could do like paid cohorts or something. I think that'd be really cool, so that you guys can build like bonds together too. That's just something I've been thinking about. Like maybe you take like 15, 20 students, and then, you know, I just trade with you guys and just work on your guys's, your methodology, your psychology, your risk management, the 3 pillars. We just kind of work on that together, and, you know, we'll work through evaluations together, work through getting payouts. You know, something a lot more personal, and that's just kind of what I'm thinking about doing if I do anything. I don't know if I am gonna do that. I might just keep streaming on YouTube. So yeah, I'm probably the only one streaming on Thanksgiving. Yeah, probably. I mean, everyone's probably spending time with their family, right? But it's really early here. I'm on the West Coast, so it's 7 a.m. right now. So everyone's still sleeping. So I guess that's a perk. Yeah, BPC. Yeah, I love BPC. I think he's a fantastic trader. Yeah, hopefully I can follow in his footsteps and make it to live on Top Step as well. I've taken 2 payouts on this account, so three more to go. Starting on Monday, I will have 4 XFAs that I'll be working on. Excuse me, sir. What is your methodology? My methodology, I trade off I trade price action and market structure. Yeah. I identify some key levels that I'm looking at, and if market structure is reacting well, I'll take trades just based on price action. Do I trade support and resistance levels? Yeah, I would say technically support and resistance. Technically. I can show you guys some examples. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Saber. Drawdown is problematic. Yeah, honestly, drawdown on these futures accounts are really low, but that's probably why they're so cheap, right? Yeah, I would say it is a problem, and it's not built for you. It's definitely built in the favor of the prop firm. That's why, I don't know, if you have a unlucky streak right when you get your funded account, it is what it is, right? But I think it is pretty important to pick your A+ and S+ setups right when you get your funded account so that you can build a buffer. Because yeah, I mean the drawdown is really low. Do I copy trade multiple accounts? Right now, I only have one XFA. On Monday, I will have 4. And as soon as those scale up, the other 3, I will copy trade them. I do also have some funded accounts at Tradeify that I'm trading that I copy trade, but I copy trade those separately from my XFAs. Dude, what? That would be sick. Hey Levi, what are you referring to? I don't know. I feel like I've been yapping for the last 30 minutes, so. I don't trade ICT. No, but honestly, I probably have some concepts that ICT refer to, but I don't know. I've looked through some ICT stuff. I think he just repurposes a lot of things that have already been known in the market. For example, I think he calls these fair value gaps, right? But these are just, I mean, these have always been known as imbalances, right? So I call them imbalances. But fair value gap is just, I feel like it's just different wording. But I think he has some strategies, right, that he uses. Oh, to the paid core? Yeah. I think that'd be cool too. Yeah, just kind of having a class, right? You guys can meet some people, a lot of like-minded people. And I'll just guide you guys to a payout, pretty much. I think that'll be the goal. You'll graduate once you get your payout, and if you already have had payouts, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Maybe if you've already had payouts and you're already kind of successful, we'll guide you to a maximum payout. Maybe 5 accounts at a firm. Full max payout or something like that. You got $1,000 buffer and then lost it all. Yeah, I think definitely if you're in the drawdown, it's okay. I mean, there are days you trade well and days you don't, right? Definitely if you're feeling like you're not trading well, it's definitely okay to size down, and I personally recommend that. Yeah, trade micros until you're back to break even, and then you can start minis again. How much do I risk per trade on combines? Sometimes I full port them. but not, that doesn't mean like 15 minis, but like just say for example I'm looking at a trade from here to here. I may look to get like, so like on 150k expresses you need 4,500 per day, right? For 50% consistency. I'll look to get like at least half of that in a trade, maybe a little bit more. And if the trade's pretty long or trade's pretty short and my risk can be pretty tight, I'll look to maybe get 4,500 in one trade. It really depends on the trade, but I would say minis wise, I don't think I've traded more than like 8 minis on a combine. And on my XFAs, I think the max minis I will trade is on like a S plus setup. It's probably like 1 to 2 minis when I open the trade, but I'll build up to like 5 minis on the trade. Like if just say like price is like really trending and it's like super obvious, right? And I'm already in like at the bottom. Like if I entered a trade here and I'm in like 2 minis and I see a break and I'm seeing it continue up and I have a target up here, I'll add like, I'll keep adding to this. But that's also why I hate consistency rule, because I think trading is all about like consistency in your losses, but not in your winners. Like you want big winners if you want to be successful in trading. So I hope that answers your question, GG 8206. Cuff the money records. You just use support and resistance, bro? Kinda. I map out key levels that I'm looking at, but I will trade price action and market structure. You're 800 drawdown, you're funded, you got funded 2 days ago. Depending on what account size you have, like 800 is pretty, I mean, that's like almost half of your drawdown on a 50K. So it's a little unlucky, but it's not too bad. I think that's 100% recoverable. You have a lot of trades left. Yeah. Honestly, if I was copy trading more than 10 accounts, I would 100%, I would trade micros. I would trade micros and size down. I would not be trading minis if I was copy trading that many accounts, unless I had a buffer like this on every account. That's different, but I don't think I'd build a buffer like this trading minis, so. P is kind of pumping up here. Yeah, it looks like it kind of wants to hold the bottom of this range. So this trade might be invalidated. Let me see what this looks like on the 5. Yeah. I'm probably still just gonna let this take my stop if it wants to go, because I think taking this high would invalidate my trade. So I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah. Eight mini sheesh. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. But I like to pass my combines a little quicker, so. But that's not all my combines. Like I pass combines like slowly. When I was trading Forex, it took me like on one of my accounts, took me like over a month to pass my eval. So but I think the perk is that combines are so cheap compared to like Forex evaluations. Yeah, I just like to risk a little bit more on the eval. Yeah, GG's, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. Thank you again for everyone showing up. 130 viewers. Yeah, I really appreciate it if you guys could like and follow. I wouldn't really consider myself a YouTuber, but I know that helps the algorithm, right? So I appreciate it, guys. I think it takes my stop. Okay. That is unlucky. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, that was kind of my trade idea for the day. I don't really have any more. I still think this is doing this, so I think if PA does come back down and break this again, I'll look for the short down here. But if not, then yeah, I have no idea what PA wants to do. So for me, it's trade this or do nothing. Yeah, trade minis or trade micros to build your confidence back. Yeah, I agree. I like that. And 1-1 RR? I don't know about 1-1 RR. I would always try to keep your RR at least 1.5 at the bare minimum. Do I still revenge trade in FOMO? Yeah. I'd say I'd still revenge trade in FOMO. Definitely way less than I used to. Like, I don't do it enough to really sabotage my trading, but I do it. I think it's subconscious, it's natural. That's why I think working on your psychology is really important. You really need to have a strong psychology so you can like catch yourself, because I think it's just human nature, right? It's human nature to be greedy, so you know you'll FOMO in. It's human nature to be angry, so you'll want to revenge trade. So yeah, I want to beat yourself up if you FOMO or you revenge trade, but I would try to tackle it at the root. Like, what's making you do that? You know, like outside of trading, and I would just work on that. You think it wants Asia high? Yeah, absolutely. I think if this was like I said, any regular day, we would have probably seen like this, right? Or the other way around. But we're lacking volume. There's like no liquidity in the markets right now. Yeah, fear. You want to work on all of those, right? You want to work on your patience, your discipline, and you want to be fearless in the markets, because if you're scared, you're not going to trade as well. I think if you're scared, you'll sell out your winners too early. What do you think about the news about Nvidia being overvalued? I would agree. Yeah, I would agree that Nvidia is overvalued. Yeah, it looks like Nvidia kind of peaked though. It's coming down. I was pretty bearish on the market until this week. If you guys are in any of our other streams, we're just talking about how we're setting lower lows, right? And lower highs. But yesterday we set our first higher high in a while. How long has it been? October 29th, in a whole month. It was our first higher high in a whole month on a higher time frame. So I am a little bullish now, but that doesn't mean we can't have like a deep retracement, right? We've been traveling in this channel for the better part of like, I don't even know how long. When did this start? Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. It's been over a year for sure. Like 2 years maybe. We've been in this channel. So then we just continue to trade the channel. We set that higher high. So maybe we get a retracement and you know, we get something like up to the channel. Maybe we set a new all-time high. Fear will kill your P&L every time. I agree. 100%. Yeah, like even in this trade that I was just in, like it's different if you're reacting to price action, right? But PA looked good, so you know, you just let it run. If it hits your stop, it hits your stop. You know, if it is breaking down, you can put your stop break even. But yeah, I think you win some, you lose some. That's just trading, right? Yeah, tilt is really real. You gotta work on your tilt, but tilt comes from like anger, right? I think tilt stems from anger, so if you're naturally more of an angry person, that's probably something you gotta work on in your personal life too. Am I Korean? Yeah, I'm Korean. Am I done for the day? Maybe. If this comes back down and breaks this, and we have some time left in the market, I'll look for this trade again. But if it doesn't do that, then yeah, I'm probably just done for the day. Yeah, if you guys reverse my trade, you guys would have a profitable day today. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for next week. We'll have 4 XFAs. I might take this payout from Top Step and then maybe try to max allocate at Tradeify. I was also looking at some other firms. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations on futures firms. I'm still pretty new to the future space, so I was looking at not my kind of futures. Lucid trading. Oh shit, sorry, my mic was a little far. There you go, you guys should be able to hear me a little better. what's your suggestion to people who are trying to transition from part-time trading to full-time trading? My suggestion would be to not do it. But if this is something you really want to do, I think you gotta prove it to yourself, right? That you can make the income doing it. Especially if you have a family, you have responsibilities, then I would give it at least 6 months of consistent, no big red days, a few really big green days, and yeah, you have a profitable month for 6 months straight, then I'd probably consider it. Thoughts on Bitcoin? Let's look at it. Let's get the trading view chart up. Let's go on the Bybit chart. That looks bearish. Yeah, I mean, we definitely hit some sort of demand, right? Here. Set a higher low. So until we break this low, I think it's fair to remain bullish on Bitcoin. This could have been a temporary low, like 80K, and we might break all-time high again. Let's see. Yeah, 9,800K is gonna be resistance. Yeah, I think it really just depends. You can absolutely see this head and shouldering, right? Kind of when was this? 2022? It looks pretty, honestly, it looks pretty identical. Let me go to weekly. So you have your supply buildup. This is your supply buildup. You move up, set a higher high. You probably have RSI divergence on both of this. You move down, and then you set a lower high. So I can see the same thing happening here, like this. This would be my outlook on Bitcoin. I do think on a higher time frame we are bearish. I do think we are in a bear market. Or we're starting a bear market, I should say, but who knows? I think Trump released information that he's giving out stimulus again, so that's gonna pump the market. So that could be a catalyst. Who knows? But with that said, the reason I said I want Bitcoin around 48 is because that would be around this low, this area. If Bitcoin ever comes down here, I'm buying a lot. How long I've been trading on Top Step? I've been trading on Top Step for 2.5 weeks. I just got just requested my second payout today. I've been trading on Tradify a little longer, about a month. But before that, I was back testing pretty much for 2 weeks to a month-ish. I've only been trading futures. I've been trading futures for less than 2 months, so I just decided I'd forward test on some prop firm accounts, and it's been going pretty well. You read the stimulus isn't coming till mid next year? That'd be perfect. That means that we could see the drop, right? And then the stimulus could be the catalyst. But yeah, 48K on Bitcoin. 48, 42. If we ever come back down to like 27, 28, that'd be good. I doubt we'll come back down to like 16, 20 ever again. I think 48, 42 is the lowest Bitcoin to ever come again. That's my opinion. Get ready for a new cycle. Maybe go to like 250K. Yeah. That's my opinion. You're on alpha futures? You think they're good? Oh yeah, I was looking into alpha futures, but I saw they had like higher profit targets and they had like 3 different evaluations, and I didn't really look into the difference on their evaluation, so. Apex has super good deal. Dude, I've heard a lot of horror stories about Apex. Yeah, I don't hear good things about Apex, and my friend who got me into futures trading does not recommend Apex, so. Explain the DMLL and MLL on my account, on my 10K account. One second. Wait, explain the daily maximum loss limit and the maximum. If I have on my account 10K, once if I lose. Oh yeah, I mean, so how this works is that like once you pass, I think on a 150K XFA, if you pass 5,500 in profit, you just get a static loss limit. So whatever you make past that, that's the maximum you can lose. So if you made 10K, your maximum loss limit and your daily maximum loss limit will be 10K. It's just whatever is above your initial balance. That's EM in your chart. Do you use that for your bias? Yes, I use the 5-minute EMAs, the 14 and the 50. I think these are just my favorite. I just use it to gauge whether or not we started the trend for the day. So this was yesterday's PA, right? Or was this yesterday's? No, this was 2 days ago. I think we caught this move down here off the market open, but once this trend started to develop, we just looked to get in, and I don't remember where we got in, but we got into a trade somewhere here, I think, actually. And same thing yesterday. Yeah, this was yesterday's PA. It's kind of the same thing. We saw the trend develop, and I think we caught like this move. No, we caught like this move. Just because the EMAs were spreading. So we just kind of knew that this was going to be the trend for the day. So that's how I use the EMAs. I like to use it on the 5-minute. Yeah, market slow. Ronix, yeah, 100%, man. But this is what we expected, so. You know, we just kind of expected this. I was hoping it would hit this target today, but I think the market is just really slow today. If we break below this on the 5-minute, I'm gonna try to scalp. Oh, wasn't working. I'm gonna try to scalp this. About 25 points. Today a fun day. Usually I don't trade minis, but I feel like I can. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite, man. Today's a day where I really try to size down. Lucid's pretty good. Funding ticks. Every pay you get, it gets slower and slower. Yeah. Yeah, I might try to max allocate at Lucid because I saw they had some pretty good deals. Yeah, I would not enter a lot of trades today. Spread's high, there's low liquidity. There's no follow through on the moves. You're gonna get faked out on like your normal setups. That's what happened to me. I saw this breaking down market open. I think if this was any other day, we probably would have seen a move like that. But yeah, it's just low liquidity. What indicators do I use? Yeah, we can go through that. I don't use a lot. Let me get rid of this. I like to use VWAP. VWAP is like my main indicator I use, and I like to set it to the weekly VWAP. We talk about this a lot on our channel, but once you get acceptance into value area, which is this gray box, and that's developed by your VWAP. This is the first standard deviation of your VWAP. Once you start getting accepted in, you'll more often than not, like this is just an edge in itself, you'll move straight through value area to the other side. And the main way I want to see that is through a market structure shift. So like we have shift in market structure here, right? You're breaking those lows and you're just setting lower highs, lower lows. You know, I want to see this come through. Ideally I would, like this would have been a better PA, right? But it came to work out a lot of like late shorts. Yeah, this was a day, right? Just go straight through. You get acceptance within value area, you go straight through. You get market structure shift here, you go straight through. I wouldn't consider this just because it's like at the end of the week. You know, this was yeah, this was New York Open. You come up, get accepted into weekly value area, but this is like Friday at the end of the week. So maybe if Monday came, or if this was like a Tuesday, we might have seen this move or something. But yeah. So that's one indicator I use. I would say VWAP is like my favorite and the one I use probably the most. What name do you look for? Just VWAP, volume weighted average price. That's what it stands for. Dang, I had these starred for so long. I don't use these ones, but this is like when I first started trading, like years and years ago. That's crazy. I didn't even look at this. That brings back memories, man. That's crazy. What other indicators do I use? I don't really like to use too many. Pivots. I don't really trade off pivots, but I like to just have them on my other chart. So while I'm trading, I'll show you guys. I like to do a lot of multi-timeframe analysis while I'm trading, and it really helps me like gain conviction for my trades. So this is my other chart that I'll have open always. This is like NQ on multiple time frames, like 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. I'll always have this up. So as candles are closing, I'll see where, you know, price action's taking us. And then, yeah, just a bunch of like moving averages. I use pretty standard ones. 1020, which is the black and green. And then I use those together, and then I also use the 5200 for like long-term trends. So yeah, I'll have the 50 and 200 on, which is the blue and red. Kind of gives you the general long-term bull market or bear market, right? But I just think 5200 lags a little too much. I like the 10 and 20. What source do I use in the VWAP settings? You want to see my VWAP? Yeah, absolutely. So, wait, hold on. Let me get the chart open just a little bit more. So yeah, anchored to the week. I'll use a session VWAP as well. But personally, I really like the weekly VWAP. And everything else is default pretty much. I didn't really touch anything besides the styling. I like the value area kind of as a cloud rather than just lines, like a border. Do you ever use a bookmap? I haven't used a bookmap. I really want to. I've been considering using one, and I said this on stream yesterday. If in the future ever, like this channel can be monetized for streaming, the first thing I'll purchase for you guys is a bookmap, and then we can use it together. Like I'll have it like maybe in like maybe I can put it on my streaming platform and have like a little corner down here for the bookmap. Right? So, you know, if you had a little bookmap down here like this, let me see what that looks like on the stream. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, like I started this channel this week just because someone asked me to stream for them. So these are just ideas I'm getting recently. I really didn't think we'd have 100 people watching. So yeah, this is awesome. I'm just kind of thinking of ideas of what I can do for our developing community. This is really cool, guys. Yeah, I think trading's pretty lonely, right? But honestly, I've been having a lot of fun doing it on stream. It started off pretty bad. I think I was pretty nervous the first day I streamed today, or this week. I think we had a pretty red day this week, or on Monday. Yeah, that was bad. But we're looking a little better. Yesterday was actually like a $10,000 day, but we traded it on Combine and our other funded account on Tradeify. So technically this week should be green. Hopefully we get more green next week. I want to build up the balance on this account a little bit more, so. Beating your head against the wall trying to trade today, yeah. Like I said, there's no volume, so a lot of your trade ideas won't play through because like if you're playing breakout like I was today, I was trying to play the breakdown of this. It just didn't happen. Our distribution didn't happen. Just not enough volume to continue. Yeah. Still not getting a break of this slow. Hey Vince. Hey guys, I think it's, wait Vince, you're the one who asked me to stream, right? Guys, you guys have to thank Vince. That's the man right there. Hey man, I am a struggling trader and I tilt. What do you recommend I do? It seems like I have a gambling addiction. Oh man, sorry. I don't mean to laugh at you. I'm not laughing at you. Yeah, honestly, there's a fine line between trading and gambling, in my opinion. I think what keeps you from being more of a gambler and a trader is the 3 pillars that we talked about. Do I have it up here still? Oh, was that on TradingView? You need to manage your risk. You need to manage your psychology, and you need to master your methodology. Like I said earlier, those 3 are non-optional if you want to make it as a trader. So just say you're tilting, right? Kind of see like why do you what makes you tilt, like outside of the charts. Like I'm a firm believer that a lot of your personality traits bleed into your trading. So if you're not patient outside of the charts, you're not gonna be patient on the charts. You know, if you're not disciplined outside the charts, like, you know, just say for example, you know, if you like to work out a lot, right? And you just can't get yourself to like get out of bed to work out or something, you know, something like that. Just having that, building up that discipline will definitely help. Because I think a lot of the tilts and mess ups that happen in trading is subconscious. Like you don't even realize it, so it has to be like part of you. Like even this day that I had a really bad day on Monday, I definitely tilted, and I don't know if I'm just coping. I do think that it does play a part of it. I think I was a little nervous, like streaming, but I definitely tilted, right? And I didn't even know I was tilting until I had like a $5,000, $6,000 loss. So kind of just working on those personality traits outside of the charts is definitely one thing I would recommend. So yeah, and I like how Project X allows you to set like risk limits. So maybe that might help too, from like over trading. Yeah, I hope that helps. Yeah, Vince sent me a DM. He said, "Hey, can you stream?" I said, "Okay." So I started streaming. Link Discord? Yeah, I can give you guys a Discord. The Discord's also here. I'll link it for you guys, but it's also in my Instagram and on my YouTube bio. Wait, let me make sure this is the correct Discord. Yeah. That's my Discord. And then I would really appreciate it if you guys could follow my Instagram and my YouTube and just like this video. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. I love to build up a trading community with you guys and then get some payouts. That's why we're here, right? You know, I'm not gonna monetize my trading. yeah, like I said, anything, if anything, we'll monetize like maybe like a mentorship, like a private one. Like maybe we can do like cohorts of like 10 to 15 people, and then I will just like literally personally work with you guys to guide you to a payout. And I think that would be really cool, because instead of just like giving you guys a course and be like, hey, just do it. Like if I personally guide you to a payout and you guys get that, you know, like you guys like actually get like a payout and receive that end goal, I think that'd be well worth it, right? I think for everyone. So that's kind of the idea. Looks like a range day, yeah. 100% agree. We're looking at the charts from Thanksgiving last year, and we still had like a 30-point move last year, so. Oh, I guess we had a 30-point move today, too. I didn't realize that was 30 points. $40K months on 5x FAs, yeah. It's possible. If you got me your first payout, I'll give you half of it. No, I appreciate that, but honestly, if you got your first payout, like even if I helped, I would consider that all you, because it's psychological, man. I think if you get a payout, like that's all you. Even if I help you, like that's all you. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. That a lot of people get like 1 day away from a payout and then they blow their account. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like. I personally don't see like how. But I heard that's a really common thing. So we'll definitely work on that if that's an issue. What is the idea to pass the 100K test? I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm the best for advice on passing evals, because I do like to leverage pretty hard on evals and pass them more quickly. But yeah, I definitely size up on evals. For example, if I were to take like a 1 mini trade, I'd probably at least take 2 minis on an eval. I think the most I've ever put on an eval was like 8 minis. But I just wanted to pass it real quick, so. But other than that, like nothing really changes besides my size. Like I still trade the same trades. I'll just size a little more aggressively. You had your first payout last month and it was denied because of news trade? Oh, what firm? Yeah, I try to only trade with firms that allow news trading, and yeah, I don't think I'll ever go with the firm that doesn't allow news trading, just because I might trade it by accident. Yeah, sorry to hear that. If it makes you feel any better, I've been denied many payouts on Forex firms. You took the same trade as me and you're leaving it there? Yeah. Yeah, sorry we lost that trade, man. Like, it looked good. Where was it? Is it this low? Oh yeah, we're looking like here. Yeah. I was hoping we get that, but we're hoping for the breakdown here, which I think we might still get, but I don't know, time's kind of running out. There's no volume, so probably not. Yeah, Top Step allows news. Yeah, Tradeify allows news, but Tradeify has consistency rule, which I really don't like. Yeah, Alexander FX, I can already tell that you had the same issue as me. Because when you're trading Forex, you just risk by your account balance, right? Like, oh, I want to risk like 1% of my account or something. Dude, it took me a while too, to understand how the point system works. And like, if I'm taking a position, I have one mini, generally like how many, like what the structure looks like, that, you know, like how I need a size. So I definitely understand you there. I think that just comes with trading futures a little bit, getting that experience trading it. Yeah, news can slip 2K. Yeah, I try not to actively trade news. I think I've only done it once on this account, and that was PPI this week. But I know there's some like red folder news that happen at like 10 a.m. New York time, so I just try to, like, I want to be able to trade like 10 a.m. news, you know, just because if I'm on the charts at like 9:30, like I just want to be able to trade whatever's on the charts. Check your DM and send me a pic of my last September Express before I blew it. No, I'll check it later. Time is it? 11. Yeah, man. I don't think we're gonna really get anything. We got an hour left, so this is probably just gonna coil. This was your move for the day. 30 points. What does that look like on the 15? Yeah, not bad on the 15. Gonna take in a trade like this. Oops. You know, this would have been an idea on the 15-second chart, but I wanted to play the breakout. This is what I wanted, right? Whoops, I do that. I wanted this. I think it was like 3R or something like that. Thoughts on XRP? I think XRP's good. I know they're doing a lot. But if you're just talking straight up price action, I have no idea. I think they dropped a lot, right? I have a buddy who's like, literally his whole life is like based off XRP, so he's the only one that gives me some sort of confidence in it. I'll buy XRP near $1. And that's about it. take a look. Oh, that looks good, bro. Vince. Well, I don't know if you sent me the right picture, because that piano looks good. How much did my buddy put in and what price? I don't know, and I don't know, but I just know he's all in on XRP. He has like over 100,000 followers on Instagram, so XRP is his life right now. How many accounts do I have to give 1 mil? I have 4 funded at Tradeify, and then I'm gonna have 4 more funded, or 3 more funded at Top Steps. I'll have 8 150K accounts total. Oh, you lost all of it the next day? That's crazy, man. The piano looked really good. Super consistent too. Yeah, man, I don't know. Definitely probably just trying to catch yourself, like FOMOing. Yeah. Yeah, XRP looks... Actually, a lot of cryptos look like they can pump in the short term, but I'm wanting to see it all come down to like a lower level so I can scoop up some. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna break down in this session. Maybe like tonight, New York or London, you can probably see this start breaking down. That's just my opinion, but I would not long this. At least till 25,261. I can see this coming down and taking that if we want to go up. But if we continue breaking down, this will probably break down pretty hard. We might get it in London session today, so, or maybe even Asia. Today holiday? Yeah, today's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving in the US. Someone said gold was moving more. Oh yeah. Gold had a little movement today. Yeah, it's not really tradable though, unless you just traded a range or something. But I don't like trading this, so. Yeah, ES is even worse. Oh yeah, look at those wicks on the 4 hour. You definitely don't want to long that, right? Yeah, I mean, I target this low on the 4 hour. This is kind of our macro trend, right? So I'd be looking to go long here now that we do have a higher high on the 4 hour chart. look for long here. We'll see if we can get a new all-time high. Just play this channel, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how price reacts. I think it's fair enough to be bullish that we set a new high. But if for some reason we do break down, then yeah, you know, you just gotta be bearish again, right? So we'll see. Maybe like 22,000 would be like a low target on Nasdaq. Like on the daily chart. Yeah, 22,000. I highly doubt we'll take this low. How many points would that be from now? 9,000 points, yeah. I don't see that happening, but I like around 22 for a low if we were to come down. Oh, there it is. What time is it? We got an hour till close. Alright, I want to not get faked out again. If this actually closes bearish on the 5-minute, I might look. But I might also just not take the trade because I don't want to be honest. Yeah, that's a good 5-minute candle. 10 points. But it's definitely lacking follow through, so that's why I'm a little worried. Let's see. This would definitely be my target. We did close below. I think this would be worth taking, but I don't really want to take a trade right now. It's just like too choppy. And like it looks good, but you know, I just don't know if I'll get the follow through. I just don't have the volume today. I think any other day I would have taken this though. Entry fair value gap, right? FVG. Yeah, like I said, any other day I take this, but I'm just refraining today. If anything, should have taken it long, right? Because if it doesn't have the volume to follow through. Korean? Yeah, I'm Korean. It's 806. What an exciting trading day, guys. Yeah, look at these wicks. You're Korean too? That's awesome, man. 안녕하세요. You is cool, my brother. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You too. Yeah, I'll use volume. I'll also use fixed range volume. I think fixed range volume is more my speed. Yeah, if you guys use fixed range, it's really nice. Pretty much how you use it is that, you know, any of the nodules, right, you'll get consolidation, and any of the divots, you'll get bigger moves. You know, you have a divot here, kind of expand it out, you kind of get a bigger move here. That's how I interpret it. I don't know if that's the best way to use it. That's how I use it. You know, just say like, you didn't have, oh, I tried to point it to you guys, it's weird. Just say you didn't have this price action yet, right? And you just see, this is what the FRVP looks like. And you just have the POC here. Definitely price is attracted to POC. So if ever it comes here, you know, you can kind of expect it to come here, but when it does come here, you can expect chop. Excuse me. Yeah, whatever you have like high volume, that's where you get a lot of chop. Where you have low volume like this, that's where you get bigger moves. So that's how I like to use FRVP. I like to set it up for, usually for sessions. So I'll set one up for like London session, Asia session, New York session. But I also like to set it up just for ranges. If you have an obvious range like this, it can be pretty telling, pretty helpful. So yeah, that's how I like to use it. So let's just say you take FRVP, move it all the way back here so we have a little bit more. Like easy, right? Like if we broke this, we have no volume here. So if we broke this low, like I could see it just coming straight through. You'll probably get a very aggressive candle here. And even if you just mark it in, no stop loss, you'll likely hit this target on a normal day. Subtitles? I don't even know how to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Enable stream settings. So it's not even allowing me to turn on closed captions. Like I see what you're talking about. There's a check mark for it, but it's it is like grayed out. I can't activate subtitles. But thank you for the recommendation. I will try to figure out why I can't do that. The volume, yeah, I mean we have volume coming in for New York session, but it's not enough. Like if you compare it to just like yesterday's like PM session, like this is yesterday's PM session, this is today's session down here, so compared to the range it's more, but compared to the PM session there's no volume. Am I trading full-time? Yes, I'm trading full-time right now. Strictly off prop firm income, so. Because I'm not trading my personal right now. But I do have some other things I worked on and things I currently work on to generate income, so. But yeah, I mean, if we can max allocate on like a few firms, I'd probably put other things kind of on the sideline. So, because that'd be a good amount of income just coming from prop firms. So that is the goal. Maybe if you can go live on like 5 different prop firms, that'd be really cool too. Yeah, guys. So there's just like no follow through, right? You get a 5-minute break of the support, but it's not really going through. Like this would have keeled over if you had volume. Yeah, guys, honestly, I might cut the stream here. I don't think we're gonna get any trades. Yeah, this is probably just gonna coil, and then my opinion is that this will fall over in Asia or New York, but we'll see. We need volume to come through, so this would be my TP1, this would be my TP2, and this would be my TP3. That's how I would trade this. Almost done with laundry and it's taking me out. But nice. Honestly, I should be doing my laundry too. But yeah, wish you guys all a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We had a record amount of viewers today. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be on to stream tomorrow for a short session as well. And yeah, definitely Monday should be a lot better. Get a lot more volume. We'll have a lot more accounts on Monday, so it'll be a little more exciting. Yeah. Thanks again. I'll be on Discord. But yeah, enjoy your guys' rest of the day. If you guys are in the US or celebrate Thanksgiving, just have a great Thanksgiving. So spend some time with your family. Yeah, have a good one. Bye, guys.